I want to go back to that list of the offensive skill players. Again, excluding quarterbacks, he had the Packers ranked 29th. I mean, ouch. It's worth noting that the Raiders, who brought in Davante Adams from Green Bay this offseason, are ranked second on his list. So, Mike, you look at these Packers, and Davante Adams gone, but we know Aaron Rodgers is great. Maybe they take up a different game plan. Are you worried about this offense?
I'm not. And I saw that article by Bill Barnwell because I think Christian Watson long-term is really intriguing to me. Now, he won't be great from day one, but they have enough other players there. Randall Cobb, maybe it's Sammy Watkins, that early on they can hold the fort. Aaron Rodgers knows what he's doing. So I think what's really interesting is it's the old let's win for today and develop for tomorrow. And I think the X factor long-term, as we get into Thanksgiving and later in the year, is Christian Watson, because I think he could be a dynamic player. So it may look different early, not having his security blanket Davante Adams, but long-term, I think they're going to be really good on offense.
Yeah, it's a similar situation as what's happening in Kansas City. It's going to make Aaron Rodgers maybe do different things on offense. Jeremy, when you talk to evaluators around the league, what are they saying about what this offense might look like without Adams?
Well, they're saying they'll be just fine, but they need one more piece. There could be another splash move on the way in the next few months. You still have Odell Beckham out there. He could be healthy around October, November. Maybe they make that move. They looked into him last year when he left Cleveland. Will Fuller. There are a couple other receivers that they could add, because right now, Sammy Watkins is in their depth chart. He's been hurt a lot of the last couple years. Need one more piece, but it's going to be a lot of A.J. Dillon, Aaron Jones in the running game, and then Aaron Rodgers just trusting people, making everybody better. One executive told me, look, you pay him $50 million for a reason, because he's got to elevate everybody else in a hurry.
Okay, and that's the key. And Robert, I want to audible a little bit here, because when you look at the Packers, I think the discussion always comes down to Super Bowl. So if you're in that situation, Robert, for them to make the Super Bowl, the Packers need what?
For the Packers to win the Super Bowl, their defense has to play to the potential that they have. I mean, on paper right now, they look like the most formidable defense in the entire league. And I think they kind of took a page out of the 49ers book, because it's never really been about QB play for the San Francisco 49ers. Yet they have been eliminating the Packers like it was nothing the past couple of years in the playoffs due to the play of their defense. So the Packers have loaded up on defense. And I disagree with Barnwell's take that they're the 29th ranked skill group, simply because they got thunder thighs A.J. Dillon and the back of all trades Aaron Jones there to lean on in the running game, and a solid offensive line. So to me, that alone puts them in the middle of the pack. And yes, they have unproven, unexperienced receivers that are going to go out there and be a big part of what they do with Aaron Rodgers. But at the end of the day, it's not necessarily going to be Rodgers and the receivers winning them the Super Bowl. I think it's going to be that running game and their defense.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.